Welcome to Subramani. Sorry. I'm doing this video. I've done this video earlier also, but on special request, I'm doing this. What is this sequence of return risk? Does it really matter? Now, let us say you have 10 lakhs lump sum and you have invested that in one fund, or I'm assuming it's a fund, and you get returns of say minus 25, minus 10, then plus 25 and plus 10. Does it really matter in the long run? After 4 years, will the amount be very different whether you got plus 25 plus 10 and minus 25 minus 10? Answer is no, it will not matter at all. If you are putting a lump sum and you are staying in it for the whole period. So at the end of 5 years, you look at it, whether you had got the positive returns first or the negative returns first, it wouldn't have really mattered. However, what matters is your mental makeup. So first you put 100,000 or say 10 lakhs and you got minus 25%, so you lost, and so it became 7.5 lakhs. Then you got lost another 10%, so another 77, another 75,000 gone, so it comes to 6.75. At this stage, will you panic? That is the question that you have to answer, and the answer for most people is yes. Immaterial of what I tell you, say no, market will recover, you may not be in a position to stay on there, and then suppose something like COVID happens or something like that happens, then it gets even worse. Then suddenly you find your 6,75,000 becoming say 20% fall or a 30% fall, and then suddenly another 2 lakhs is gone, so you are somewhere in 4 lakhs. This is the time when you will panic, your family members will panic, somebody will panic in your house. Now take a case where you get the positive returns first. Your 10 lakhs became 12.5 lakhs, 12.5 lakhs became 14 lakhs or something like that. Now you are happy with what has happened, but then after that it is followed by a 25% fall and a 10% fall. So suddenly you realize that, well, you're more or less where you started at, because you've got plus 25 plus 10 and minus 25 and minus 10. Ideally, maybe you wanted minus 10 plus 10, minus 25 plus 25 or whatever. That is how you wanted, but doesn't matter. The sequence of risk is something which you have to worry about if you are putting more money or if you are withdrawing money. Let us assume that you are a young 22-year-old and you're putting money into a mutual fund scheme and you are doing an SIP. Now, do you want the returns to be higher upfront or higher later? Let us assume again it's only a 4-5 year kind of a time frame in which you're seeing, but you're doing a 10,000 rupee per month SIP or a 1 lakh rupee per month SIP. What happens is you have got very good positive returns. So your contribution is also high, or you have a contribution plus that is doing well, so you feel very happy in the initial stages because you got a 25% and a plus 10%. However, when you start losing 25% and 10%, what happens is you have a bigger corpus from which to lose. So the losses are greater. So in this case, when you are a young investor, you want the negative returns to come first, right? So assuming again a 4-5 year kind of a thing, you want the first the negative returns to come, because let us say you are doing an SIP and you're not doing a lump sum, you're doing an SIP of 1 lakh per month or 2 lakh per month or 10,000 per month, doesn't matter. You get the negative returns first, you get minus 25 and minus 10, you have a smaller corpus from which to lose. So because you have a smaller corpus, you lose less, and then you are continuing to put, so you have some kind of a corpus which is going to benefit from the 25% and 10% jump which happens after the, so first year to minus 25, second year minus 10, then plus 25 plus 10. The answer will be very different because of the sequence of risk, because you got the negative returns first and you are contributing. You're better off with the negative returns coming first. Now take the scenario of you being a retired person. Do you want the negative returns first or the positive returns first? Actually, you want the positive return first, so that the corpus becomes bigger and then you lose money. Yes, but the fact is you are withdrawing. So you had 10 lakhs, you got a negative return of 25%. And you withdrew 1 lakh, so you became 7.5 lakhs and you withdrew 1 lakh, so it became 6.5 lakhs. Then you again lost 10%, so instead of losing 75,000, you lost 65,000, so you come to something like 5.5 lakhs. Now after that, even when you get a 25% jump, the corpus has shrunk. So you're getting 25% on 5.5 lakhs, then that becomes something like 1.25 lakhs or 1.35 lakhs. and that becomes a 6.8 or 7, and then you get another 10%, so it becomes 7.7. So you started at 10, but the fact that you have withdrawn money every year for say 1 lakh, that hurt you more. So when you put a lump sum and you're not adding or subtracting, it does not matter in what sequence you get the return. If you're young and you're investing, you want the negative returns first because your corpus is small. If you're retired, you want the positive returns first because you are withdrawing. So you will withdraw less. So 10 lakhs becomes 12.5 lakhs. You withdraw 1 lakh, you're still at 11.5 lakhs. And then you withdraw another 1 lakh the year after that, you get plus 10%. So you're again now at 11 lakhs. Will you lose money now? Yes, you will lose 25% and 10%, but 25% of 10 lakhs, right? Whereas the growth was happening at 25% of 5.5 lakhs. That is the problem of sequence of return risk. Sequence of return risk is something which every retiree should consider and ponder about and say, okay, the year in which my returns are bad, I will not spend money on luxuries. I will not take a vacation or I will not take an expensive vacation. I'll maybe, if I'm in Bombay, I'll go to Goa. If I'm in Delhi, I'll go to Simla. But I will not take a more expensive vacation. But on a year in which my corpus has gone up by 25%, markets were doing very well, my equity portion did very well, maybe that is the time when I want to withdraw 10 lakhs and go on a vacation to Europe, right? So that is what the sequence of return risk is, something which you should use to control, increase or decrease your annual the discretionary expenses like vacation or replacing some white good in your house, buying a new laptop, buying a new TV, upgrading the car. All those things you should do when your portfolio returns are good, so that you don't withdraw at a time when the returns are bad. Thank you.